basically thinking of it like chocolate, money, sex, puppies, something you can never have too much of. You can never have enough confidence.
Welcome to the Dating Transformation Podcast. Here's your host, dating coach, Connell Barrett.
Welcome back to the Dating Transformation Podcast. I am your host, Connell Barrett. I'm a dating coach. I'm here to help you learn to flirt, gain confidence, and get a great girlfriend, all by being radically authentic. Your true most confident self. There are no take twos on this podcast. We're doing it live. Thanks for being here today. And it's funny that confidence was the word I just tripped over, because actually today's about confidence. Today is about the core, the 3, 4, maybe we'll get to 5 pillars of dating confidence. Odds are you don't have as much confidence with women as you would like. You probably want more. It's really common for guys who are single, out there looking for love, dating, to struggle with confidence. You struggle with what to say, perhaps. Or you feel, in theory, like you're a good, attractive guy, a good catch. But something about when you're actually around a woman you find intriguing and attractive, you get in your head, you feel like she's out of your league, or you're not confident in what to say or how to basically project yourself and talk to her, connect. So if you struggle with confidence, or if you just want more confidence, then today's episode is definitely for you. Because let's just get right to the point. Confidence, you can never have too much. It's like chocolate or vacation days or Beatles documentaries. You can never have too much confidence. You can always have more. And I would like to give you basically let's narrow it down to 4. I'm going to give you the 4 pillars of dating confidence and give you some practical tips for how you can actually erect these pillars. I said erect. How to erect these pillars in your dating life so you can feel a lot more confident and basically have some great dating success. So let's just get right to it. Pillar number 1, and this is the cornerstone of mindset, of a good, strong mindset. It's also the cornerstone of what I do with my clients. First thing you want, the first pillar, is a rock solid sense of your own worth and value to women. Your worthiness worthiness of women, your attractiveness to women. That's the first thing we want to put in place. Because if that pillar's not there, if you feel or fear that maybe you're just not enough for the kind of woman you'd love to end up making your girlfriend, your partner, your wife, then all the lines I can teach you, all the quote unquote moves, all those things are going to be built on quicksand. We've got to build all of the game mechanics, flirting, what to say moves on a real strong, solid foundation. And that first foundation is about understanding that you have value. You are enough. You are very attractive to a lot of quality women. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So what I'm going to ask you to do after this podcast is over is I want you to go back several episodes and find the episode where my client Nick and I isolate and destroy his biggest limiting belief and replace it with a core belief about Nick's worthiness and attractiveness to women. It's it's about a 25, 30-minute process. It's what I do with all my clients. But the how-to of doing it is in that episode. The benefit of it is what I'll talk about right now. So when you walk through the world feeling that, hey, I am very attractive to lots of wonderful women, and you have a lot of reasons for it, and you just know it in your marrow, you are you aren't just more confident, but you are calmer, you're not needy, You're not overly eager. You're not nearly as worried about how a date goes. You might want it to go well, but you're not super stressed about it. You're not walking on eggshells around women because you have that core sense of your worth and value. So it's good to get clear on what, and this is what I do in the episode with Nick, get clear on what the single biggest belief is that you feel limits you. You want to uncover it and you want to replace it with a really truthful, empowering, great feeling belief. So for example, my belief way back in the day when I was first getting into this area of learning about women and dating, I struggled with confidence. I was in my late 30s, mid to late 30s, and I just felt like, I'm a nerdy, introverted ginger. I'm just not what women want.
I'm gonna read your mind. Ready? I'll bet that you would love to confidently approach women, get great matches on the dating apps, flirt with charm, and attract your dream girlfriend. Right? But fear keeps you from approaching. You're not sure how to flirt. You struggle on the apps, and desirable women just don't seem into you. Well, I have great news. Dating coach Connell Barrett can help. He's guided thousands of men like you to more confidence and helped them attract their dream girlfriends. So book a free strategy call today to see if Connell's coaching is right for you. On your call, Connell or a team member will give you personalized advice to help you have more confidence, more dates, and more fun. Oh, and you'll be dating women as your best self, a charming gentleman. That's because Connell does not teach creepy pickup artist tricks. He unlocks your most confident self, so you can make authentic, romantic connections. Your next steps? Book your free call today at datingtransformation.com/contact and grab a time that works for you. Then you'll be on your way to more confidence, better results, and attracting bright, beautiful women. Oh, so you know, soon Connell will stop taking on new clients, so book a call today while you still can. Go to datingtransformation.com/contact and transform your love life. Bye.
Women want outgoing alpha males. I'm a nerdy, introverted, nice guy ginger. Not what women want. So that belief led to my inaction. I did not approach. I did not take action. The few dates I had, I wasn't very confident on those dates, and women didn't like that. And they might have liked me as a person, but they could tell I just did not believe in myself. So that was my old belief. My new belief, through a process that I basically put myself through, along with taking a lot of action, my new belief, the one that supercharged me, and once I started to really see it and feel it, it changed everything. My new belief was, hey, I'm successful, funny, intelligent, and a pretty good sense of humor. And a lot of women like guys like me or love guys like me. Now, both of those two things cannot be true. And my psychology, my brain chose to choose the second one. First of all, because it felt a lot better, but also because it was empowering and also spurred me to action. And it was also true. So I got to go out into the world, approaching women, going on dates, and saying, hey, let's test drive this new belief. And I found out that it was true. There are plenty of women who want to date guys who aren't like me, but there's lots of women who like intelligent, witty on my better days, successful, big-hearted, nice guys who are funny and also really good at flirting. That's something I've gotten great at as a dating coach and as a single guy, or formerly single guy. So anyway, that's my new belief. So number one rock solid pillar here of confidence is identifying what makes you feel unworthy of quality, incredible women, isolating that belief, disproving it, and then replacing it with a belief that feels so much better. So go back and listen to the episode with me coaching Nick. It's a live coaching episode, and I'll take Nick through the process, and you can follow along and get the same confidence benefits that Nick got. because, and just a quick sidebar here, why do we talk so much about confidence? It's because there are 4 billion women in the world, and I would suggest that every single woman in the world who likes men is attracted to confidence. I've never met a woman who doesn't like confidence. Some women like tall guys, some like short guys, some like brash, some like sweet, some like introverted, some like naughty, some like bad boys, some like sweethearts. There's a lot of variation out there, but 100% of straight single women like a man who's confident. So you want to make sure that you have bedrock, bulletproof confidence on dates, approaching women, talking to women. If you have that bedrock confidence, like we're talking about today, those 4 pillars, then you're going to be effortlessly magnetic and attractive to a lot of women because they all want it. They all like it. Whether or not they like your type, they're going to like your confidence. Okay. Pillar number 2 is an extension of pillar number 1. Pillar number 2 is what I call internal abundance. So in pillar number 1 is we want that core statement of your worth, core belief about your worth and value to women. Pillar number 2 is you want an abundance of reasons you are worthy of women or have lots of traits, valuable traits that women are going to like. So here's what I want you to do. This is so simple. You can do it right now before the pod is over. This has such a fast positive effect on guys who do it. It'll take you about 10 minutes, maybe 15, 20 max, is write out what I call your awesome 25, the awesome list. Write out 25 specific reasons, specific things about you that make you a great catch for a lot of women. 25 things. And they only have to, the only rule here is they have to be specific, relatively specific. And they have to be true, of course. And I think what you'll find when you do this exercise is it might be hard at first because you're going to have a higher bar. You're like, oh, well, I don't have $1 million in the bank. Oh, man. I'm not 6'6". No. Don't think what society tells you need to have. Just brainstorm specific things, even small things that make you a good catch. So for example, here's some from my list and also from some clients I've had recent conversations with. It can be as simple as I have a steady job. I'm financially stable. If you're not financially stable, let's say you're in school, you're in college, I have a great, ambitious career plan. I'm studying hard. I'm going to be successful. It could be I'm good in the kitchen. I can make a mean plate of French toast. I make an amazing omelet, perhaps. It can be I have a good sense of humor. My friends find me funny. It could be I had one client who wrote down, I have a really cool car. I love my car. I have a cool sports car. I have a convertible. It could be, we want most of these traits to be behavioral things or qualities about you. It could be I speak 2 languages. I'm a good listener. It could be I love to read. I love to travel. If you love to travel, put that on your list. Because is there a single woman out there who doesn't like a guy who travels? Very few, if any. Maybe you love to travel. I'm a good son. You could put that. I'm a good son, loving brother, friend. Again, the more specific you get, the better this is going to feel. My list has things like, I'm an author. I'm a successful business owner. That feels great. I'm witty on my good days. I'm always growing. I'm reading 3 different self-help books right now. I care about my clients and I love my clients. That makes me feel just worthy and a high value guy. What else? Fitness. If you're into fitness, you can say, I work out regularly. I'm watching my waistline. I'm losing weight or I'm building muscle. So literally write out 25, at least 25 specific things that make you a good catch. Another thing you can do is I encourage you to look up a poll done by a health app called Clue. There's a poll called Clue, or a poll by Clue. This health app commissioned a survey of 64,000 women, single women, and asked these women what they want most in a relationship, in a man. And you're going to be amazed on what the top 4 are. They're not good looks. They're not tall. Has to be tall, has to be rich, has to be charismatic. Number 1 is kindness. Are you kind? Put that on your list. Number 2 is intelligence. Are you intelligent? Put that on your list. Number 3 is, I believe, well-educated. Are you well-educated, or are you working on your education? Put that on your list. By the way, number 5 on the Clue poll is confidence. So maybe that's an area, a growth area for you. Fine. That's probably why you're listening to this pod. But know that number 5 is something that will actually grow and grow and grow if you want it to, especially if you put these 4 pillars in place. So anyway, go to the Clue. The Clue poll is fascinating because it talks about basically what women want. And it's not looks, it's not money, it's not all the things that society or that your lower doubtful self might tell you. It's things that you might already have. And if you're intelligent, if you're well-educated, if you're kind, if you're big-hearted, you already have a lot of worth to women. So write out that list. The reason why it's going to be so powerful is this. You're going to write out this list. Then I want you to look at the list, and I want you to read all 25 out loud. I want you to say them out loud. That's going to fully shift your focus to these awesome things about you.
Rejection, ghosting, loneliness, lack of dates, and lack of confidence. For many men, dating just sucks. But it doesn't have to. There's a simple yet powerful way to gain instant confidence and attract a great girlfriend. Be radically authentic. It's all laid out in the #1 Amazon best-selling book, Dating Sucks, But You Don't. Your step-by-step guide to attracting wonderful women and doing it with total authenticity. Author and dating coach Connell Barrett has had and fixed all the dating problems that you struggle with. He's also helped thousands of men gain confidence and find love. He's put his best tips and strategies into Dating Sucks But You Don't, so that you can confidently approach women and get dates. Become magnetic and attractive, even if you're not tall or great looking. Always know what to say to make sparks fly. Get lots of great matches and dates on the dating apps and attract your dream woman. You can find Dating Sucks But You Don't on Amazon or wherever books are sold, in paperback, Kindle, and audiobook. Get Dating Sucks But You Don't today to transform your confidence and find your dream girl.
And after you write this out and say the list out loud, check in with yourself and ask yourself, do I feel more confident, more hopeful, better now than I did 20 minutes earlier before you did the exercise? I can almost guarantee you 99% certainty that you'll feel more confident and more hopeful. That's because at any given moment, your confidence or lack thereof, your good emotions or bad emotions, they're going to come from what you focus on and how you interpret that focus. In other words, what you look at and how you basically judge or analyze that. And so what this exercise is forcing you to do is it's forcing you to say, here's why I'm a damn good catch. And wow, look at all these reasons. I do have a lot to offer. I have an abundance of good things. And so you'll feel better and you'll feel more confident. What you're probably doing most days is whenever you do think about this area, you're probably thinking like, oh man, I wish I was taller. Wish I was better looking. Why do these other guys get all the hot girls? Why me? What am I missing? What do I lack? What's wrong with me? Why don't I have a girlfriend? Why haven't I had a date in a year? Or why my last 3 dates put me in the friend zone? That's probably where your focus goes if you're like most guys. And what I want you to do is stand guard at the door of your mind and basically say, hey, here's 25 things that make me a great catch. So instead of focusing on what you think you lack, you're focusing on what you know you offer. And this will feel incredible to you. And your brain will start to say, you know what? I really am enough. I really am the shit. I'm a great guy. My true, best, authentic self is a great catch. Maybe not for every woman on the planet, but damn it. I have a job. I have a great heart. I'm a good son. I work out. I'm working on myself. I listen to this Ginger's podcast, trying to improve. I got a lot going for me. And then you'll feel pretty damn good after that. You might feel amazing after that. So that's pillar number 2. Is growing the internal abundance of what makes you a good catch. Basically thinking of it like chocolate, money, sex, puppies, something you can never have too much of. You can never have enough confidence, and you can never have enough reasons why you are a damn good catch for women. So write your awesome list out and add to it. Add one thing to it every day and look at your awesome list every day. If you do this, think about this. A year from today, hell, 6 months from today, if you add one thing to your awesome list every day and you're looking at it every day, 6 months from now, 6 times 3, 180, you'll have 200 plus reasons why you're an amazing catch, a good catch for women. There's no way your confidence will not be transformed. There's no way. So start doing your awesome list. Do it now. Or actually, wait till the pod's over, then do it. Okay, pillar number 3 of confidence. So we got pillar number 1. We got that worth statement, that worthwhile, I'm significant, worthy, I'm enough statement. Let's call it the I'm enough statement. Pillar number 2, the internal abundance, as just stated. What's number 3? For number 3, in terms of confidence, I like to talk about external abundance. That is really going to change the game for you. Once you realize, because pillar 1 and pillar number 2 are now in place and you're feeling, hey, I feel worthy. Hey, I feel like I have a lot to offer. Then pillar number 3 is getting in touch with your external abundance. What do I mean by that? Knowing that there is a literal abundance of quality single women out there for you to potentially meet and to date. You can date and attract lots of incredible women. I'm not saying you have to be a playboy. I'm not saying you have to date 5 women at once. You don't need to be like me. You don't need to be a psycho dating coach. Not psycho, but I got really obsessed with this. I became a dating coach 10 years ago. I started working in this area 18 years ago. 2005 is when I first started actively working on my dating life. Bro, I used to have spreadsheets of all the women. I was like, okay, here are the 5 or 6 women I'm dating. Here are the 3 or 4 women I'm kind of pursuing. Here are my 7 top leads on Match.com. I used to have a spreadsheet of like so many different girls and with specific details about each, because I was afraid of calling the wrong girl by the wrong name, or being out with Kelly saying, hey, how's your dog Buster doing? And then Kelly saying, what are you talking about? I don't have a dog named Buster. And realizing, oh shit, that was Stephanie. Like that was the kind of stuff this is the first world quality problem I had once I got into that dating abundance. My point is, you don't have to have spreadsheet level external abundance. You don't need to be like me if you don't want to. You can, but you don't have to be. However, here's what you do need for that confidence. You need a true feeling of, oh, whoa, there's a lot of women out there who might want to date me. How do we get that abundance? You go out and get it. Well, first of all, you just give yourself the story that this makes sense, right? Pillar number 1, I'm worthwhile. Pillar number 2, I have all these reasons I'm awesome. That leads to pillar number 3. Therefore, I must have a lot of great dating options. And once you have abundance, you get actual abundance, actually meeting and dating multiple women, or at least getting your brain to see that multiple women are into you, you get that from having a great dating profile, swiping, learning how to have a kick-ass profile. Check out my book and my online dating chapter in my book, Dating Sucks But You Don't. I have a mega chapter all about how to build a great dating profile. So you can get that from tons of matches. You can get that from going out day or night, go out, start approaching women, socialize, get some dates and leads that way, and all of a sudden your brain says, yeah, I have abundance. And external abundance really, really helps to land this plane of confidence, the confidence plane, because then you get real hardcore proof. What I want for you is to get to that point where you say, okay, I got my second date with Stacy on Friday. Boy, she's a great kisser. And then Saturday, I'm really excited for my first date with this new Hinge match. And and then I grabbed that woman's number at the grocery store. We've been texting. She's given me lots of winky emojis, and it's going great with her. Then your brain says, whoa, I have abundance. I remember when I truly first felt abundance. Well, when I felt it for the first time, I was about a year into working hard on my dating life. I was in my mid-30s, and I had spent 35, 36 years feeling like I'm a nerd, I'm a dweeb, girls don't like me, I have few options. And I started going out, taking action, putting things into practice. And I started doing pretty well on the dating apps. I take that back. It wasn't an app. It was Match.com, back when people met on actual websites. I'm old. I used to take a horse-drawn carriage to dates. That's how old I am. Anyway, so I remember I had three dates in 3 different nights. I had 3 straight first dates. I remember it was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. A first date each night, each with a cool, interesting, smart, attractive woman, and each one ended in a hot, steamy makeout. And I remember walking home that third night. I was buzzed. I remember drinking a couple of Chimay beers. So I was kind of buzzed from the beer and buzzed from her lipstick and smell and kissing her. And I remember walking home just thinking, wow, I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know women liked me as much as they do. It was a really powerful moment for me. And that was my first window into what I call external abundance. And when you have external abundance, your confidence goes to an even higher level, because not only do you see and feel that internal value you offer, but you also see, hey, you know what? No matter what happens with this date or this approach, it's okay. I got more options. And that takes so much of the pressure off. It takes so much of the pressure off, because you will have dates, you'll definitely have approaches that don't go anywhere in terms of a result. And that can sting in the moment, but then you can say, that's all right. I have an abundance of options here. And that's a pretty powerful moment for a man. And I can't wait till you get to that moment of abundance, external abundance. Okay, and then pillar number 4 of confidence, and we'll wrap it up here, is a very simple, practical pillar. And this is more situational pillar. And this situational pillar is to fall in love with process. In other words, gain your confidence from controlling the controllables, especially with first dates and with approaching. So we want to control the controllables and gain your confidence and certainty in you are doing all the things in your control to make a date go well or to have a good approach. So what do I mean by the controllables? Well, what do most guys do? Let's take a first date, for example. Most guys go into the date and they say, well, I really want it to go well, and I really hope she likes me, and I hope I say the right things. And if she likes me and wants a second date and we make out, then I'll feel happy. But if she doesn't, she's not into me, if I get friend zoned, then it's a failure, and that's going to hurt. And what that binary win-loss approach does to your confidence in that situation is it makes it very fragile. Makes your confidence very fragile. It turns your confidence into a delicate piece of crystal instead of a piece of steel, which is what we want it to be. So beware of the need for an outcome. Wanting an outcome is fine. Of course you want a first date to go well, but you don't want to need it. You can't make a first date, or for that matter, an approach, a win-loss proposition. What you do instead is you fall in love with process, routine. In other words, the things you can control. You control the controllables, to quote a Masters champion golfer named Jordan Spieth. Jordan Spieth used to say, hey, I don't worry about Tiger. I don't worry about Phil Mickelson. I just control my controllables. I just swing the club, hit the ball. Whatever's going to happen will happen. And you can take the same approach. That's my country Texas accent. And you can take the same, I want you to take the same approach to dating, especially to first dates and approaching. Say to yourself, all right, what can I control? On a first date, I can control looking my best. Great style. I can control the venue, choosing a great spot, assuming she's signs off on it, which almost all women will. Women love a man with a plan. I can control when I get there. I can control, within reason, you can control what you talk about, or at least influence it. I don't want you to be a controlling guy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying control the conversation, but you can monitor what you and she are talking about on the date and say, hey, this topic is not a good topic for the date. Let's switch it to a more fun, flirty topic. Anyway, you can control or at least influence the conversation threads on a date. You can control whether or not you go for a first kiss. You can control saying flirty things, taking some romantic risks. So your criteria for a successful first date is not, does she like me or does she not? Don't be that. Don't bring a daisy or a flower saying, she likes me, pluck. She likes me not, pluck. Don't be that guy. Don't do that. Well, actually, that'd be pretty funny if you actually brought a flower to the date, started picking the petals off. Instead, decide that your date is a success if you do and focus on all the process-based controllable things. This will relax you. It'll basically let your brain say, you know what? I did everything I could do. It's outside of my control. I can let go and just get present with her and let the chips of chemistry fall where they may. So the reason I mentioned the golfer Jordan Spieth is you might be, if you're a fan of sports and are into sports, I'm a big sports fan. You'll see some parallels here with the mindsets of what I'm talking about, with the mindset of champion athletes. The best pitchers in baseball, all they really care about is throwing the ball, hitting the catcher's mitt. They don't really worry about whether or not they strike the batter out. Of course, they want to strike the batter out, but Hall of Fame Dodgers pitcher Orel Hershiser used to just say, all I do is follow my process. I just throw the ball at the mitt. Top golfers like Tiger Woods, Jordan Spieth, all they ever talk about is, I just follow my routine. I just swing the club. The ball's going to come down somewhere. Basketball players, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, they all have a variation on a theme here. Is they fall in love with process, routine, the controllables, and then the results will take care of themselves. Sometimes they'll get the result, sometimes they won't, but their performance will be at their best and their confidence will be at their best. So that's the fourth pillar, which is whatever dating experience you're in, an approach, a first date, hell, even texting a woman on a dating app, messaging back and forth, just focus on what you can control. Keep it about controllables or things you can largely influence. As long as you're doing these most important things, you'll feel a lot more confident and certain. And that frees you to let go of how the result goes. Okay, those are the 4 pillars of dating confidence. Thank you so much for listening. I really liked this episode. I hope you liked it. I tried to really hone in on the inner game piece of this because that's so important, because that inner confidence, it informs the external mechanics, the flirting, the what to say, the how to say it. A lot of guys come to me and say, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say? And what you say is not unimportant, but how you feel about yourself and your worth and confidence and your internal and external abundance, that is going to speak louder than any flirtatious line could to a woman. And remember, every woman on the planet is attracted to a confident man. And don't forget that your dream girlfriend is already out there. She's out there somewhere and she already likes you. She just has to meet the real, authentic you and the most confident you. Okay, till next time. Adios.
Thank you for listening to the Dating Transformation Podcast. For lots of free tips, videos, and other goodies, go to datingtransformation.com. See you next time.
Produced by Heartcast Media.